So let's look at this very important. I just got shocked by this large capacitor. See, here we go. See how much charge there is. So this here is the Canon 30D, and today we're just gonna look what's inside this semi-professional DSLR. I think this used to be like $2,000, 8 megapixel, state-of-the-art. I think circa, I don't know, 2007 maybe. So first let's locate the main parts. Obviously we got the viewfinder, LCD, dials, power switches, got the compact flash storage. There's a light sensor inside. Otherwise, there's a light sensor inside. Otherwise, you want to let us open. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's begin. This is how we take off the battery door, and then we just undo all these screws. Okay, so we removed some screws here. Now this is where the CMOS battery is. If you don't know what the CMOS battery is, this battery here keeps charge, keeps your memory, I guess, alive in the camera. So it keeps all of your settings and camera data, like date, all your customizations. So this you gotta replace probably every 5 years or so, okay? Okay, let's keep digging, okay? Okay, so removing the support screws. Okay. Okay, so we removed the screws from the lens mount, the bayonet lens mount. So there's this finely machined part here with the locking mechanism here. So this is what makes the lens click in place. Okay, and then there's this safety button here that gets pushed. Okay, so we're gonna mess up these springs. Okay, a lot of fine components here. Okay, some lens contact mechanisms. Okay, but this doesn't help us take this apart. Okay, let's keep figuring this out. Well, the heck with it. Oh, so it looks like there was one screw here, which we didn't know about. Okay, so there was one screw here. There we go. Okay, we'll learn something new today. Alright, so... Okay, let's disconnect this here. Okay, so what we got here, this is a rotary encoder, the back dial. So on the back you just have an interface between the LCD and all these buttons. It's actually quite simple. This is your power switch. Nice click here. Notice like all of this, all of these metal plates, these are supposed to prevent interference. So yeah, let's take this one apart here. Okay, so these are your contacts for the buttons, and these buttons are just cheap plastic. So that's why these buttons don't have these nice clicks and they feel kind of cheap. Because all it is just this plastic pushing these contacts on this, flexible circuit board. Okay, this here's the LCD. buttons are falling out. Okay, yeah, so let's dig in further, okay? I mean, look at the structure. I mean, this is like a mini computer inside a camera body. You have all these connectors, like you would in, you know, for example, in an iPhone or a tablet, okay? So I'm gonna try to see what to take apart next, okay? Took off the cover from the ports. So this stuff, this is the stuff that usually gets damaged when you pull the cable. This board here, let's see how we can take that apart. Okay, so we're ready to take the bottom plate off. Okay, notice all of that shielding. If it's preventing us from any kind of outside interference or the inside interference. Notice the tripod screw. So that's tucked in with the back plate to prevent damaging the inside. So that's really solid, and it provides a solid frame, so then when you do put it on tripod, especially for long exposures, that doesn't, you know, the camera doesn't vibrate or shake, okay? Because that could all translate to blurry photos. What's very nice here, notice how the strap loop is bolted into this main frame of the camera. Although this it just seems very solid. Yeah, the top is magnesium. So there's more, the strap loop is bolted into here and here. So it has a really nice solid connection. Okay. So we don't see any more screws besides these. So we're gonna take this panel off, or this rubber coating off, okay? Notice all these screws here, so we're gonna take those off. Took off some screws from the front, trying to expose more of what's inside. Okay, cool. Now we're getting this loose, okay, so that's cool. What else we gotta do here? Okay, there's this one screw in the back. Now, no way or shape or form am I going to put this back together, okay? Let's see what else we gotta do here. We gotta take our screws on top here. No, there's nothing. Let's see what happens if we disassemble the flash. Oh, wait, break it. Okay, I'll choose it. Ah! Okay, never mind. Okay. I see what's happening here. There's a screw inside the diopter setting. Okay. Let's remove that. There we go. That's ready to break this camera. Not that it isn't broken already. Okay. So just gonna disconnect these ribbons. Whoa. Okay, so this is our viewfinder that goes on just like this, and that looks into the prism. It's actually pretty nice optics on this here, okay? Cool. Looks inside this prism. But let's disconnect this first. Okay, look at the top housing here, okay? So we got the flash gun assembly. I imagine these thicker wires are for the flash. Then we have some rotary encoders again, push buttons, and all sorts of other gizmos. Flash lock mechanism. I don't see, and then the cold shoe or hot shoe mounts here. And again, that has to talk to the motherboard here, okay? So I have to figure out where that digic processor is. Okay, so that's the top. Okay, so anything interesting here? I don't know, just got the LCD, everything here. Okay, now notice this nice prism. That thing looks pretty cool. Alright, very important. I just got shocked by this large capacitor. See this thing here? Make sure you discharge this before you touch any of these electronics here. See, here we go. See how much charge there is. So yeah, I touched this before, so do not ever take apart the camera unless you discharge the capacitors inside first, okay? Or wear plastic gloves when you take care of these things, okay? Alright, so let's go on. We're gonna take off the lens assembly. So all of the light metering, the main mirror, stabilizer if you have one, the shutter, that's all located here, and then behind there's a CMOS sensor, okay? So I just removed this little thing here and the whole mirror dropped. Okay. So what do we got on the mirror? Okay. So get a frame. This here looks like a focusing screen. Another type of a gasket or frame. Oh, that's cool. See, this is a part of the focusing screen as well. What's this? Ah, okay, that's pretty cool. All right, and then we have a prism. As you can look through the prism. Can you see anything? Okay. Let's remove this thing here. So this is where, on the bottom here, this is where lens makes contact and communicates with the body of the camera. Let's look what else we got here. Where's the tree? Nice strap loop. So move the bottom plate. I'm just trying to get inside here. Alright, so remove the screws on this plate. This just pops off. Then we're exposed to what's more inside. Okay, so we're gonna take these covers off. And notice here, this is the brain, this is the main motherboard of the camera. Digic 2 processor. So Canon develops their own processor for image quality. I think right now they're up like digit, I don't know, 5 maybe or 7. Okay, and then there's some co-processors, also Canon branded. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. Have a look. Alright, so got a Digic processor, some other coprocessor. All this is hooked up in multiple places and communicates between these other motherboards. Everything's shielded. Here we got the card memory reader. Does this come off? Okay. It's being held by these two cables. So this is it, guys. This is the brain of the camera, the motherboard. Okay, look at all this nice shielding. Very, very, very high tech, okay? Now, this is the brain. This thing here is the heart. This is the CMOS sensor, okay? Let's dive in so I can show this to you in a close-up here, okay? This looks like some motherboard that controls all the functions, the buttons. I mean, look at this build-up. Like looking from the top. look at the front. Here we got a flash circuit. Okay. And the outputs. Wow. And it looks like every single area of this camera is being used. I mean, there's really like no open space at all. Okay. CF card reader. Okay, this is how it gets pushed out. Okay, cool. Alright, so let me take it apart further and we'll see what else is inside. Alright, so just removed some of the outside screws here. This here is the CMOS sensor. Okay, let's take a look. Wow, you notice it's quite actually large. This is amazing. Okay, 8 million pixels or photo or light sensitive diodes on this thing, among other things. Look at the readout. Like it's reading out from, I don't know, like 1, 2, 3, like 40 channels. 20 on top, 20 on bottom. It's got some serial numbers. All this, like, you know, kind of nice, hefty enclosure. Like this doesn't seem like it's easily scratched. I know we always wonder if this scratches or not. Okay, now I scratched it. Okay, but just by touching the fingers, you know, it's not easily scratched. So I guess why cleaning works well too is this is offset. Like this looks like it's like a millimeter or two. Well, let's take it apart. Looks like it's maybe like 1/16 of an inch behind. Okay, how can I take this apart? What is this thing here? Okay, it looks like I just broke it off, but didn't really take it apart. Here we go. So when you're cleaning the sensor, you're actually cleaning this. Is this the, maybe this is the anti-aliasing AA filter? I think so. Okay. Anyway, some brackets. So now we're actually looking at the chip, but it is still protected by something. Why is it getting protected? Okay, so that's our chip. Let's see if we remove this. There we go. Broke half of it. Okay. Alright, so this was the, I guess, protections for the chip. Okay. So this is it, man. This is the heart of any camera nowadays. Okay, let's take a look inside here. See this? Okay, cool. So we got some glass on top of it. So that's why it looks green, because of this thing here. So this may be the AA filter, okay? This is for then. Okay. So looks like some optically translucent stuff. Okay. Let's look through this. Ah, everything's kind of green here. Okay. Alright, so we got that. Over here we can see the shutter. Now this thing's very, very delicate. Okay. Let me take apart this thing some more. So all the contacts are on this board, so if you ever mess them up, it's pretty much just this board. They charge you what, 400 bucks to fix this? But you know, getting there, that's the problem. Okay. What else is here? This is the CS or CF meter. I mean the reader. Okay, so compact flash reader. This is it. Okay. Mainframe, what else is there? Okay. Well, let's continue. So more of the viewfinder thing. Now we're getting at the prism. Other circuitry. Okay, let's take this apart here. Alright, okay, so we took apart the mainframe from the camera body, kinda, so to speak. Okay, I don't even know what this is, but it's shielded. Okay, well, let's take a look inside. Okay. Looks just like a bunch of chips, but it's shielded so it doesn't cause interference, okay? Alright, what do we got here? So this here would be the shutter mechanism. This looks like a DC motor basically. Just goes in here. Look at the nice prism. That's cool. Then we got this crazy circuit for the see if there's any charge left. Okay, ready? Yeah, looks like there's no charger left here. Good. Okay, I don't like this thing. Okay. Okay, so here it is, the shutter box. Looks like the prism is just glued on. Let's take this further apart. Look at the carnage. Isn't that amazing? Okay. Oh, so these are the shutter mechanisms. Look how fine this is. That's a piece of the shutter that was here. Okay, how does that work actually? Wow. Like, this is so cool. Okay, cool. That was the outside. Let's dig in more on the inside. Okay. Some cover. Okay. Now this here is a similar mechanism. I bet you it just slides. And this is how it opens and closes. So this is how the shutter opens and closes. Okay, so we got the shutters. These things are pretty cool. This here's the mirror. Okay, I've talked about this like 10 times. So there's one mirror. Let's look closely. Okay, and then it looks like there's another mirror behind it, like a sub mirror. Okay, and then they both close. So the sub mirror probably goes, there's some metering and stuff on the bottom. That's probably how it works. You see that there? Okay. So all in all, there's so much technology here. This is crazy. Was able to remove the prism. Always would love a prism. This is it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope this was helpful in some way. Subscribe if you find this useful and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much.